For those of you guys who do not know me, I am Keisha Sando. I am a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm also a coach. I work with Peaceful Mental Health Counseling Services, which is a group practice based out of Brooklyn, New York. And I'm also the founder of Authentic Profitable Practice, which is a coaching program. Our focus is on helping therapists like you start from the ground up to build a successful and profitable practice. What I want you guys to remember after today is that it is definitely possible to run a successful and profitable business and in private practice. Now, I have to say that because I know there are a lot of stereotypes out there. There's a lot of naysayers out there saying that you can't really run a successful therapy practice, that you can't make money in a therapy practice. There's so many different things out there where, for whatever reason, we can start to take those things in for ourselves and believe and think that it is not possible. So if anything, what I want you to take away from today is that it is possible. I really, really believe in motivating and supporting the therapists out there. Why? Because as you guys already know, therapists are greatly needed in today's society. There's a lot of stuff happening right now in the world. And without therapists, honestly, guys, where would we be? We know that we need doctors. We need all different forms of medical people out there, but mental health is extremely crucial and is a major component of who we are as individuals. So this is why I'm so passionate about it. I believe that us as therapists, we have to, during this time, we have to stand up, we have to raise up and begin to actually do what we have been called to do. Now, the issue that I really find is that a lot of therapists they have the clinical skills, they have the passion and the drive to be able to do what they know they've been called to do, but they lack the systems. They lack the knowledge, the business side of running a therapy practice. And that's what we are all about today. There are so many different components of running a therapy practice. And I want to make sure that you guys have all of the skills that you need, all of the training that you need, all of that motivation and that support that you need. I know there's also many people out there that are thriving on just that need of having a freedom. You're tired of living that 9-to-5 type of job, and you really want to be able to do the work, whether it's in social services, if you're a social worker, if you are a counselor, you want to be able to do this work and address the needs of the people that are in your community, but you're having trouble with trying to transition from that 9-to-5 into a private practice. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be just completely getting out of your 9-to-5, but you want to go into private practice and you're not really sure with how to do it. And that's part of the reason why we have Adrian here today. Okay, so another thing that I want to let you guys know is that if you haven't been following me or you're just now starting to follow me, there are a lot of things that we have happening right now. We definitely have a lot of workshops coming up. So we also have a 3-day masterclass that will be coming up next month. So I want to make sure that you guys have access to that information. If you go into the description box of this YouTube channel for today's episode, we do have a workshop coming up where we're going to be addressing the strategies, the skills that are needed, the financial parts of it, the insurance versus cash pay, all of those different questions that you've been asking for, and of course, marketing. We're going to be addressing that in our 3-day masterclass coming up in next month. So I want to make sure that you have access to that and that you stay connected. We also have an event coming up on this Saturday where we're going to be focusing on entrepreneurs. I'm a part of a collaborative right now where we're writing a book on the topic of entrepreneurs who have specifically experienced a lot of depression and anxiety. I know that there are a lot of entrepreneurs and even therapists that have dealt with depression and anxiety. And it is time now to be able to talk about this thing. But what I want you guys to know, just like I said, it is possible, no matter what it is that you're experiencing, that you can actually make this happen despite whatever your trauma is in the past, whatever current situations you are going through, even at this moment, there's ways to get through it and ways for you to get past some of those things so that it can stop preventing you from opening up these therapy practices. So I want to invite you to that. That's going to be this Saturday from 10 to 2. And that information is also in the description box. So before we transition, also want to let you guys know that we have an online 8-week course where we talk about all the specific things that you need in order to run a successful and profitable practice. We talk about a lot of things, and in that program, we also have group coaching. We also provide individual coaching. So if that's something that you're interested in, I want you to reach out to me. There's a consultation link also in the description box. There's going to be a 15-minute free consultation if that's something that you are interested in. If you want to kind of talk about it a little bit more, maybe if you're even unsure of what you want to do, I want to let you know that that information is there as well. Again, the last thing I want to let you know is that this is a YouTube channel where we're providing as much information as possible to help you guys start your therapy practice and also make sure that you are running it successfully. It's all about building freedom. It's all about building a legacy for yourself and for your family. It's time now so that we can start to live authentically while we're working authentically, and that's what we're all about. So as we talk about building a therapy practice, one of those biggest things that we realize that, well, at least I have realized that has caused us to have some struggles with trying to really build a practice, what I've seen with a lot of therapists, is that we are not visible. We need to be seen. How do you think that you're going to build a therapy practice, get anybody to come to your practice if you're not seen? We have to start to come out of our shells, as some people say. If you're an introvert, I get it. I'm an introvert as well. But you know what? I still put myself out there. So if you resonate with that, I want to make sure you really, really listen to what Adrian has to say today, because what we're doing is not just about ourselves. It's not even just about building a practice. It's about making a difference in our communities. And so I want Adrian to go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Keisha.
You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Adrian White, and I am CEO and marketing coach of AMW Marketing Design. I'm really excited to be here today, and I will dive right in. Keisha, can you see the presentation okay?
You're good.
All right, awesome. So today, I'm going to be talking about 5 strategies that therapists use to stand out online and grow their clientele. I have been in the branding and marketing space for the last 9 years, and I have a lot of really valuable information to share with you today. So who is this presentation for? These strategies are for you if you are a therapist that is struggling to start or grow your private practice business and bring in consistent 5-figure months. These strategies are also for you if you want your website to show up on the first page of Google. And if the idea of having a brand and website that stands out on and offline in a saturated market excites you, you're going to love the next 60 minutes. And it might go a little faster than 60 minutes. So today, during this training, I'm going to teach you how you can stop feeling insecure about your brand presence, how you can improve your processes and centralize your lead generation process to increase sales, and how you can spend more time on the things that you love while you build your business faster. You're also going to have the opportunity to work with me on improving your brand and website even more after this training. And I'm sure that once you learn these first 5 strategies, you're going to want the rest. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned to land for that. So my promise to you today is to teach you the 5 game-changing strategies you should implement right now in your brand and website to earn consistent 5-figure months. And it's also to show you how you can make a huge difference in how you market and still have time for self-care, family, and vacations. I know we'd all love to go on more vacations, right? So tell me if this sounds like you. You can comment in the comments if this sounds like you. You could say yes or no. If it sounds like you or doesn't sound like you. So do you work for yourself full time, running your own private practice, or do you have aspirations to go, full time with your business one day and would like to make more money and take your success to the next level? What about you spend hours on social media promoting your company, but don't have a professional and unique website that you can be proud of? If you have a private practice already and you're using a generic website, this could be you. Or if you don't have a private practice, but you're working towards that goal and really need to get your brand and website and marketing together, this presentation is going to be very helpful. Are you great at what you do, but you cringe when someone asks to see your website because you're so embarrassed at what they'll see and worse, think about you? What about you're interested in becoming more well-known in your field and becoming an industry influencer and gaining media attention? If you're looking to, possibly write a book one day, or maybe have speaking engagements, then this is going to be something that's going to be really helpful for you. 1 second. Okay. So the real problem is that you're not using these 5 strategies that make all the difference in developing a brand and website that grows 6-figure businesses. So I'm going to tell you exactly what those strategies are in just a minute. Once you use these strategies, you'll be able to be proud of the brand you represent. You'll also be able to pay for the best education, travel, and life experiences for your family. And last, but most importantly, you'll stop having to work around the clock because you're finally getting paid a lot more and know exactly how to be successful and run a highly profitable business. So I'm sure you're wondering, who am I? I know I gave a little brief introduction to begin, but my name is Adrian White, as you already probably know. And I'm an award-winning brand strategist, web designer, and marketing coach. I'm currently the CEO of AMW Marketing Design. And prior to launching my firm, I worked in sales and marketing with major corporations and agencies across the Metro DC area. I'm actually located in the Metro DC area. And for fun, during my free time, I enjoy painting, attending live performances, which I'm really excited that they're coming back, with the pandemic and everything, eating ethnic cuisine, traveling abroad, and singing gospel music. I've been a featured awardee, industry influencer, speaker for a number of different organizations, including Intuit QuickBooks, National Black MBA Association, the Greater Washington Urban League, McQuinn, Male Munch, and Black Millennials for Flint's Young, Gifted, and Green. So the strategies that I'm going to share with you today, I actually learned these strategies after years of growing my branding, web design, and marketing coaching firm while I was still working a full-time job and managing my family and social life. I finally learned how to develop a brand and website that resonated with my target audience and converted more leads. And this resulted in receiving quadruple what I used to get paid for the same services. And I was able to quit my full-time job and gain a social media presence that grows daily. I'm really passionate about guiding other entrepreneurs, therapists, service-based businesses on how to do the same. And that's all I do as CEO and marketing coach of AMW Marketing Design. I help service-based business owners and personal brands develop brands, websites, and processes that attract and convert more clients and grow 6-figure businesses so they can make more money, have a professional representation they can be proud of, and feel like the big deal that they are. So for you, in establishing your private practice, you may have dreams that you want to, have multiple therapists that are working at the same practice. And maybe you're doing mainly the management of it, or, maybe you're actually practicing, but you, again, have multiple people that are working for you. So if you have those dreams of growing a business that's going to eventually bring in 6 figures, this is going to be very helpful. So let's dive into the 5 strategies now for your brand to increase sales and make more money, stand out from your competitors, and grow your following on social media, email, and through your website. First strategy is the cohesiveness strategy. You have to have a brand that looks cohesive across social media, email, and your website to compete online. Dirty little secret. Your competitors have a professional logo and are using consistent color schemes, fonts, and photographs when they market themselves online. So I know when you've been on Instagram, you've probably seen a lot of different other therapists and entrepreneurs, and you go to their profile and everything seems like it has the same fonts they're using. The color scheme is, looking good and just really together. And they may even have filters on their pictures. They're using the cohesiveness strategy. You need brand standards. The only way to stand out and convey the utmost cohesion for your brand is to develop your brand style guide and photo inspiration and stick to those standards when you're marketing it. So if you don't have a brand and logo yet, you need one, because you need the brand standards to be able to have something that you adhere to when you're marketing yourself online. Below this photo is an example of a brand style guide that we did for one of our clients. And as you can see here, the color scheme is cohesive. There's a brand pattern there, which is this design with the dark blue, almost black, with the octagons or whatever. So yeah, this is an example of a brand style guide, of a photo mood board that has different photos and colors. Meet Melva. So Melva was one of my clients, and she owns a boutique leadership development coaching and consulting firm in Atlanta, Georgia. So she's a service-based business owner like you guys are. And she was focused on developing mid-level managers in corporate America. When she came to us, she had an outdated and unprofessional brand and website she developed herself and was looking to capture more leads and build her email list to sell future programs. She was also interested in a tie-in with her email marketing solution, where her email lists and email marketing activities are hosted, and landing pages for programs that she created. So Melva, this is the final product of Melva's website here to the left. So before, she was coming off real unprofessional. She didn't have her brand standards together. She didn't have her color scheme together, and her husband had created her logo. So we gave her a facelift, for her brand and website a facelift. This is the final product to the left side. And she said, "We absolutely love our new website. Adrian and the AMW team were able to take our vision and make it a reality. Actually, the site is much better than we could have imagined, and the reception to it has been great. The team was also so easy to work with and provided some excellent insights during the process and after to maximize our marketing. Thank you." And if you wanted to check out her site, on your phone or potentially after this training, you can go to www.paysleadership.com. All right, strategy number 2, professionalism strategy. If you do not have a professional, updated website that you are leading prospects to, you are losing customers. Dirty little secret. Did you know that most major corporations update the look and feel of their site every 2 to 3 years? Having a current and modern website allows you to gain trust and convert more leads before ever getting on the phone with them. So the deal about websites is generally you need to update the look and feel of it, like an overhaul of the look and feel of it every 3 to 4 years or so, because technology is changing so fast that for you to, actually look modern, you have to be up with the times, and which means that the frequency of the updates is usually about every 3 to 4 years. You need to launch a new site or completely, just redo the site so it has the technology of the time. So if you, again, are using a website that was built years ago, then you're behind the times. So you must develop a unique website. Look at your top competitors and compare your sites to theirs. Yours needs to stand out. If you have a boring or non-existent website, it will take much longer to build your brand, gain trust, and be found online. So below are a few examples of some sites we've done for clients. And the thing about the websites, in addition to needing to update it on a regular basis every 3 to 4 years, is you also want to be, you also want it to really stand out. So I know there are a lot of therapists out there, there are a lot of private practices out there, but your private practice can be the one that stands out from the rest. Like, you want to be a little bit different. And for you to do that, you need a unique website. So you might, the slides we've gone through so far, you might be thinking, this is great, but I've seen great website templates online. Can I just design a professional site myself? And of course, sure you can, but how much time and effort will it take you to design it that could instead be spent working in your zone of genius? Do you know how to write conversion-focused copywriting that leads people to take an action when they visit your site? Let's say you have merchandise that you eventually want to add to it, or you have something that you want people to, book a consultation or to give you guys a call. Is your website optimized for that? And is the language on your site optimized for that? Are you experienced at search engine optimization so you can be found on the first page of Google? Not all web platforms are created the same, and we only recommend one. So if you designed a site yourself using a template, but there's nothing going on with search engine optimization, you're losing potential clients because you're not being found easily enough on Google. So it's important to, work with professionals that know how to search engine optimize your site, write conversion-focused copywriting your site so that you don't miss any leads or miss any potential clients. So meet Cherie. Cherie is a faith-based business coach in Spokane, Washington, who helps motivated mompreneurs, it's a little bit of a tongue twister, so that they can go from surviving to thriving in every area of their life. She was not sure if she should hone in on targeting believers or keep it open to everyone. She also needed to get clear on her messaging and have her multiple programs organized in a way that would make sense to her prospects and increase sales. So this is the finished product of Cherie's website. And she said, I am so thrilled that I hired Adrian to do my new website. She took the time to understand my brand vision and voice. She helped me solidify my niche and the language to speak to my target market. She took the branding I already had and transformed it into a beautiful, simple website I want. I love that she offered an all-inclusive experience so I didn't have to hire different people. Well worth the investment. I would highly recommend her services. So the next strategy is a differentiator strategy. And for this one, in a saturated market, your competitive differentiators and personality are what's going to make you unique. So dirty little secret, trying to be like everyone else online will make it 10 times harder to grow your social media following. So I know, like, growing up, a lot of times we heard that to be professional, you may have to wear a suit every time you post, and you have to talk a certain way. If you talk with a little bit of slang, don't include that in your post and in your marketing. But that's actually the exact opposite of what you want to do. You really want to include your personality and what makes you different from your competitors in your marketing strategy and in the posts that you're creating for social media and for email. That's what's going to make you different. You need to craft your unique brand identity and voice. What makes you unique from your competitors? What type of personality do you have? Your brand should be continuously highlighting these differentiators and remain consistent across your website and social media profiles. This is a statement from one of our clients' websites. She is a makeup artist, and her positioning statement says, I provide luxury beauty enhancing experiences for women that are looking to add a glamorous touch to their natural features. So she's being very clear that she works with people that are not trying to look like somebody else after they get their makeup done. They want to just enhance their natural features. So that's something that she's using to differentiate herself. So let's recap the first 3 strategies. The first one was to be cohesive across your brand colors. As you can see, like this slide, my brand colors are being used and you can see the cohesiveness there. So that's really important. It's also to have a professional and unique website. And then it's to differentiate yourself with highlighting your competitive differentiators and your unique voice. Next strategy is a conversion strategy. If you are selling a service or services, you should be advertising a free offer like a helpful PDF guide. So dirty little secret here is if someone is interested in what you do or sell, they want to learn more first by obtaining free information from you. Most leads are not immediately ready to buy when they see your post and need some nurturing beforehand. So how this applies to therapists is that if you guys are looking, again, to sell something, so if you're looking to sell merchandise, products, you might have different things that you're selling in addition to offering the counseling services. When you're selling something, especially if the price of it is not super, super cheap, it can be really helpful to create some type of free offer or free guide for them. So you can entice people to get some information about what you're selling or providing. For example, if you wrote a book, you might want to offer like a little chapter preview of the book for free, so doing things like that will really help you convert more onlookers, prospects into customers and clients. So you need a sales funnel that automates getting new leads. All of your social media profiles, website copy, and marketing emails should be optimized to convert. Create an easy way for people to sign up for a free offer, which enables you to get their email and nurtures them through the sales process. So below is an example of a branding worksheet that one of our clients use on their website as a free download. So unfortunately, the 4 strategies we talked about so far are the exact opposite of what most entrepreneurs I speak to are doing. Don't get me wrong, most therapists with aspirations to own their own private practice are amazing at their expertise, but unfortunately not so amazing at monetizing and growing their brands and websites. And usually it's because they are growing them in an old school way. Many of you are still watering down your personality on your social media pages instead of being your authentic self and sharing your personal story, which grows your brand faster. A lot of you are still using generic website templates that don't reflect professionalism and are not customized around your competitive differentiators. And last, because I see this daily, you're still telling leads to call or email you instead of leading them to a simple and automated way for them to schedule a time to talk with you. This is wasting your time and energy and needs to stop. So after working with hundreds of entrepreneurs and growing my own branding, web design, and marketing coaching firm, I know what it takes to attract and convert more customers with a unique and attention-getting brand and website that you can be proud of. Simply said, I know how to do it today's way. Today's way is to craft a professional brand that's cohesive across social media, email, and your website, and which also highlights your personality and unique differentiators and leads potential clients to a single call of action. This is done after careful competitive research and identification of your company and what makes it special. The bottom line is when you start focusing on these critical components, you'll finally, once and for all, be on your way to growing your business. But more importantly, you'll be paving the way for the life you've always dreamed of with a professional representation that you can be proud of. Meet Jennifer. Jennifer had been running her own copywriting and graphic design firm full-time for years, but mainly brought in business from contracts she had with local churches across the Chicago area. Once the pandemic hit and churches were closed to the public, she lost all her contracts and had to figure out how to bring in revenue for her business on her own. She was unsure what services to offer and who her identity was in her business. This is the result of Jennifer's new brand and website. We developed, her logo, her color scheme, her photo mood board, her brand style guide, her copywriting, and her website. And she said, the COVID-19 pandemic forced me to do something I had been putting off far too long, investing in the branding and marketing of my business. I'm so glad I found Adrian White and AMW Marketing Design. Not only is Adrian and her team great at what she does, but she is wonderful to work with. She not only created a beautiful website for my small business, forerunnersinc.com, but she also helped me develop a brand identity that is true to my passion, mission, and personality as an inspirational writer and editor. If you're looking to strengthen or overhaul your business brand or establish a strong brand from the start, I highly recommend AMW Marketing Design. All right, so the next strategy, next and final, is the guidance strategy. The number one barrier between you and a highly profitable brand and website is not allowing anyone to help you grow it. Dirty little secret. Most entrepreneurs are used to managing almost everything ourselves. We take on so much responsibility in our personal lives that it comes natural to transfer that into our professional lives as well. But in running a business, maximizing your time and energy towards the activities you excel in and outsourcing the rest will prove the most beneficial long-term. When I first started my business, when I went full-time with my business, I actually hired a business coach, and she taught me a lot about how to grow my business, how to manage things as an entrepreneur, systems I should be using. So having the proper guidance is really, really important. Also, actually, I'll get into this next slide. You need a proven expert. So every famous entrepreneur has had help managing their business. Getting guidance or outsourcing tasks to a subject matter expert in the areas that you struggle with is a smart technique to get you to the next level of your business quicker. So also, in addition to hiring my business coach, I also established a team for my business and hired people and picked people that were good in areas that I was not as strong in. So for me, I'm really strong in marketing. I'm really strong in web design, brand positioning, but I wasn't as strong at graphic design and copywriting. So I have graphic designers on my team. I have a copywriter on my team who are, they excel in those areas. So everybody needs help. Like I said, every famous entrepreneur has help, and there's a lot of different ways that you can get it. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, if it's something that you are not that strong with, a lot of times you can save a lot of time and money in the long run by hiring a proven expert. So today I promise to tell you how to feel proud about the brand presence and how to feel proud about your brand presence and online representation, how to centralize your lead generation process to increase sales, and how to spend more time on the things you love while your business grows faster. I also promise to tell you how to make a huge difference in how you market and still have time for self-care, family, and vacations, and how to grow your social media followers. So to turn your dream into a reality, you must build your business strategically with a beautiful brand and website that follows brand standards and photo inspiration. You need to craft your unique brand identity and voice by identifying your competitive differentiators. And your website should be the icing on the cake where leads can go to easily book with you. So you can take the information I shared with you and keep doing the same things and getting the same results, like still not feeling confident about your outdated, generic, or non-existent website, spending hours posting on social media, but not generating as many sales as you would like, not taking enough time for vacations because you don't have the time and or money, Or if you're ready to transform your business and your life once and for all by promoting a beautiful brand and website that attracts more clients that are dying to follow and pay you. And to finally create a simplified process on how to convert site visitors into clients. So I'm sure you're wondering, Adrian, how can you help me? And I've set aside some time over the next few days to speak with you personally about how you can apply these transformational strategies and more strategies to your company starting today. This month, I actually am offering a special on my most popular program, which has allowed my clients to launch professional brands and websites centered around their competitive differentiators and unique personality to better establish authority, increase sales, and be found more easily online, which is the goal for everyone. So the program is called Simply Branded. And this is a simple step-by-step one-on-one consulting and design program that walks you through differentiating yourself and launching a brand and website that's going to attract and convert more clients and grow a business to six figures or your money back. Simply Branded is all about standing out from your competitors and attracting your target market, developing a cohesive brand and logo that demands attention, building a conversion-focused website with an effective sales funnel that brings in more leads, identifying your brand voice and writing copy that speaks directly to your target audience, and achieving a profitable launch with proven social media and email marketing tactics. So, I know I've shared a lot of information with you, and you might be thinking, can I just hire someone off Fiverr to design my logo and website? And yeah, of course you can. But remember, it's not just about your brand and website being professionally designed. It also needs to be conversion focused, centered around your competitive differentiators, and written in your brand voice. You also want to have support, training, and back-end access to make updates in the future. I can't tell you how many clients have actually came to me saying, I had a site before and I have no way to access it, or it went down. I have no way to get it back up. I have no way to make any website updates. And now I need a new website. So they have to pay twice for a website because they did not get training on how to update the site themselves. They didn't get proper access on how to go in the back end and do, again, website updates and updates, plugin updates, anything that needs to be updated so that the site is protected from being hacked. And they had no maintenance program for continued support from their designer once the site was launched. So you don't want to get in that situation. So do you guys want to see what's inside? All right, let's hop in. So the program has 8 steps to it. Step 1 is brand narrative and identity consulting. Step 2 is brand design. Step 3 is multi-page web design. Step 4 is professional copywriting. Step 5 is sales funnel setup. Step 6 is social and email launch plan setup. Step 7 is marketing strategy and website training. And step 8 is marketing and maintenance. This is a one-on-one consulting program plus custom graphic web design and copywriting. So step 1, brand narrative and identity consulting. So this consulting is one-on-one consulting where we research to identify how to differentiate yourself and stand out from your competitors. We also do an audit of your current brand so we can say, what is working, what isn't working, and development of a customer persona to attract the right type of buyer to your business. You also will have creation of your unique brand identity to set you apart from your competitors and show your customers who you are and what they can expect working with you. Brand narrative development to figure out how to turn your new brand identity into a story that will connect with customers. Competitive analysis to establish what makes your product or service unique, and therefore what attributes you play up in order to attract your target market. And this is an $875 value. And this is an example of the workbook on the left that you would get. You get a 30-page workbook with all of our findings and research once we're done with this exercise. Step 2, brand design. Brand development call fully custom logo, and brand style guide that clearly define the look and feel of your brand. Create visual consistency everywhere in all print and digital media. Branding mood board and style guide with your primary logo, alternative submark, fonts, color palette, and textures and patterns. This is a $1,375 value. If you're not familiar what a pattern is like a wallpaper for your brand. It's a repeatable design that you can use on marketing materials and social media, in email, and on your website to really make your brand and company look super, super professional. Step 3, multi-page website design. Custom WordPress website design that is up to 10 pages. Search engine optimized with Google Analytics integration. Mobile friendly. Web strategy call to increase conversions and development of the optimal user experience. Email marketing integration. Stock imagery included. This is a $3,850 value. And this is an example of a site that we did for a doctor. So, you guys might want a site that's similar to Dr. Nicole Peoples if you actually do a practice that's under your name. But she's a doctor, so she has a place where there's a patient portal there, which could be something that you need, a secure patient portal. She has her positioning statement where she's saying she's a certified, board internal medicine doctor, but she also is showing her personality. She's looking friendly and inviting, and her color scheme and her brand are representative of who she is. Step 4, professional copywriting. So this is conversion-focused content writing services for every page of your website that incorporates SEO strategies, best practices, and alignment with your brand identity. Orate your company's mission and values to our copywriter and have them write your entire site. This is a $1,000 value. So you don't have to worry about writing your site, making sure it's conversion focused, making sure it's in your brand voice. Our copywriter will meet with you and do the hard work for you. Step 5, sales funnel setup. Development and design of a PDF lead capture of up to 5 pages with copywriting for use as a free offer to bring in new leads. Design and setup of a branded landing page on platform of the client's choice for use to download the PDF lead capture. Copywriting and setup of 8 nurture emails on platform of the client's choice to warm up new leads and lead them to take an action. Setup of an online appointment scheduling, questionnaire setup, and 1-hour training on growing a prospect Facebook group. This is a $2,750 value. So this is what I was mentioning earlier about there might be something that you're selling, like maybe you also want to sell a book or something like that. And it's good to have a sales funnel set up. Also, the online appointment scheduling is really, really important. So once you already have, clients that you're working with, you might want to have an automated way that they can schedule their next appointment with you and cancel or reschedule, send payments, etc. So this is the way that you do it, by having these automated pieces together. Step 6, social and email launch plan setup. So this is development and copywriting of a 45-day social media and email launch plan so that you can prepare for your new website launch and drive leads. This design of branded social media and email graphics. Also, a 1-hour training on optimizing your social media profiles. And this is a $2,000 value. Step 7, marketing strategy and website training. This is 1-hour marketing strategy and website training with me, pre-launch, on how to better market your company and how to make site updates in the future. And this is a $150 value. And step 8, the final step, is marketing and maintenance. Marketing maintenance is a monthly program that helps you develop and implement effective online marketing strategies that bring in more leads while also keeping your WordPress website protected and up to date. This program includes monthly marketing trainings, discounted marketing strategy sessions, website updates, monthly site backups, malware scans, page speed analysis, and monthly reports on website traffic. For my Grow and Prosper plans, which you'll learn about in a minute, you get a 30-day trial of this program. It's a $49 value because it's $49 a month. So meet Akira. Akira worked as a nurse for over 20 years, but felt she was called to become a transformational coach for women. She quit her job and began coaching, but struggled to get clients and stand out from her competition. She had started working on a website about a year prior, but realized it was too time consuming and she would rather have someone else do it. The only thing she could direct people to was her social media, private groups, and calendar. She felt like she could be taken more serious as an entrepreneur with a professional website and automated workflow to better connect and book clients. Here's her final product and brand and website for her day 7 coaching business. So she says, I am so pleased with my finished, beautiful website. Adrian and her team were very professional throughout the process and helped me to niche down to my ideal client so I can best serve my target audience. I came in the process not really knowing exactly what I wanted, and through her coaching and process, I was able to discover my brand and voice for my website. My website is absolutely beautiful and everything I had hoped for and more. Thank you again, AMW, for turning my vision of my website into a reality. I have recommended her services and will continue to highly recommend them. So let's talk about what you're getting with the Simply Branded package. So you're getting the brand narrative and identity consulting for $875. You're getting the brand design for a $1,375 value. You're getting multi-page web design for a $3,850 value. You're getting professional copywriting for a $1,000 value, sales funnel setup for a $2,750 value, social and email launch plan setup for a $2,000 value, marketing strategy and website training for a $150 value, and marketing and maintenance for a $49 value. So this total value is of $12,000, but obviously I'm not going to, give it. I don't want you to give me $12,000 for this. So this is your price. So your price is $2,025 to $6,000, depending on the plan. And the discounts that are listed are limited time prices available when you book a call today. Payment plans are also available. So I have 3 different plans. The middle plan is the most popular one. And with the start plan, you would get the brand narrative and identity consulting and the brand design. With the grow plan, you'll get the brand narrative and identity consulting, the brand design, multi-page website design, professional copywriting, and the 30-day trial of marketing and maintenance. You also get a bonus. So these are thrown in for free, which are access to my 6-figure sales funnel online course, and another bonus, which is access to my profitable launch plan online course. So it doesn't include the sales funnel setup or the email and social setup, but you have all the tools you need with these bonuses to execute that yourself and with our support in our online program. And then the final one has all 8 steps of it. So these are discounted. You see the discounts. If you are interested in, learning more about these programs and potentially signing up, you can go to www.imsimplybranded.com. And last but not least, there is a money back guarantee. Your investment is fully backed by our money back guarantee. I don't want any unhappy money or unhappy customers. So if you're unhappy with my program for any reason, you can email support@brandwithamw.com and we will provide a refund for any unused services. So I haven't had many people that have requested that in my 9 years of running this business, but I'm more than willing to provide that for you guys if for any reason you're unhappy with your services. And again, you can go to imsimplybranded.com. Spaces are very limited, so book a call now. So that is it for today. We have some time for questions if anybody wants to have it. And I also will put my contact information.
Thank you, Adrian.
You're welcome.
I definitely, first of all, you did an awesome job. It was so much good information in there. I was definitely taking notes too, and I'll be booking my phone call as well.
Awesome.
I'll make sure that I'll do that too. And let me just get a second to see if I have any questions. Let me see. All right, I don't see any questions on this side. I did have one question though. So I know you say that you're in the DC area. Do you have an office for people to actually go to, or is everything primarily online? How does that work?
Yeah, so I work with clients all across the nation. So, if they're in California, most of the time we'll meet via Zoom, but I do have a conference space that if we want to meet in person, we definitely do. I have a membership with WeWork, and if someone wants to meet
Okay.
in person, we can go
Okay, so you would be able to do that.
Mhm.
That's awesome. So another question I have, it sounds like there's a lot of information that you definitely would need from the person. So I'm kind of curious about just that process of receiving the information. So I know we're looking at like the web development, we're looking at the branding and all of those different pieces in there. Can you explain a little bit about what that process looks like for obtaining the information to actually even to put it together?
Yeah, so there's multiple consulting sessions that are included in each package. And before we have a consulting session, there's a questionnaire that the client would need to fill out beforehand. And so what we do is they fill it out, and then on the call, we go through the questionnaire. So they just need to fill it out to the best of their ability. Some people have a ton of information that they already have established and give, and some of them are still working it out. So I definitely have helped a lot of clients figure out what's their mission statement, who's their target client,
Okay.
from
Okay.
the bare bones.
Okay.
So that's all you have to have is the passion and desire to have your own private practice.
Good, good. That's actually, I'm glad you said that because there's a lot of therapists that, they have the desire to start the practice and they just have a little bit of information about what they want their practice to look like, but they're still in that process of trying to figure it out. So like some people just don't know even who their ideal client is. I mean, that's something that I would help them with, but they don't know how to speak to their ideal client. What does that copywriting part look like? And so I'm just curious to see what information you would need. So basically, you just have to have the passion and the drive to do it. And then you guys will help us to figure the rest of it out.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And I also love the fact that you had a payment plan too, because I know a lot of people would be concerned about, okay, well, how do I make this payment? So I love the fact that you have that too. Let me see if there was any other questions. For the consultation sessions that you have, you said there are 12 consultation sessions, like individual consultation sessions. Did I get that correct?
It depends on the plan. So
Oh,
the
okay. So it
STAR
depends
plan
on
has 3, the GROW plan has 6, and the PROSPER plan is 10.
got it. And what is the time frame of those individual consultation sessions that you have? Like, is it like an hour, 45 minutes, half an hour?
It can range anywhere from 30 minutes to 90 minutes. Most of them are about an hour though.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then lastly, so the time frame that you have, so I know that there's a different time frame for each one. So would it just be that, does it take that long to normally to to go through that entire process? Or do you just kind of, spill out the information a little bit at a time to get people to work through it? How is that set up?
Yeah, so it typically takes about this time period to do it because everything we're doing is custom.
Got it.
The
Okay.
report that we're preparing, we're researching and everything. The brand design, the logos being made from scratch, and then we're also doing the brand style guide and stuff. So because everything is custom, this is about the time it takes.
Okay.
If someone wanted their website quicker, we can cut the website time in half for an additional fee.
Got it. Okay. That's good. At least that's an option.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me just check real quick just to make sure that we're not missing any questions. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any additional questions. So I just want to just say thank you so much, Adrian. You did, like I said, you did an awesome job. The information that you provided was just something that I know that I can even take for myself. So I know that so many therapists are going to find this information valuable, and I hope that they reach out to you. I would definitely be pushing it as well, because every single thing that you talked about are things that I know for a fact are things that we need to use in our therapy practices in order to be visible. And honestly, in order to have a successful practice. I love the fact you talked about, like, setting yourself aside, being, pretty much looking different from everybody else that's around us, because a lot of times I recognize that a lot of therapists, for whatever reason, think that they have to do everything like the other therapist, that's down the street, or the other therapist that's been in private practice for 20 years. And they feel like everything has to be exactly that way. So I love the fact that you pointed that out, that we can actually create a brand for ourselves that helps us to be identified like as authentic. And that's what we're all about here, like really making sure that we don't look like everyone else. And you know why? Because I honestly believe that, the clients that we work with, they don't look like everyone either, so there's going to be certain clients that we have that will specifically reach out to us because they see that is something in us that they connect to. And so everything that you talked about, I feel like it's really important, because if our websites or our brand looks like the next person, then how will they know that there's something that we can help them with? How will they know that they're able to connect with us, with our personality? So it's really important that our clients are able to see that we are different, that we are, set aside, and we're not just like every other therapist, because most clients are coming to practices like because they want someone that's different. They don't want that typical therapist. And a lot of therapists, because of the past, feel like they have to have a practice that looks like the next person, but that's not true. So I thank you for really emphasizing those parts as well.
No problem. Yeah, that just made me think of like my personal experience of finding therapists. I've probably been maybe 3 or 4 different therapists in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And each time it's like, you see who's in your network, and then you go and try and look them up, and then you see
Yeah.
some practice site, and I have no idea about like if I'm going to vibe with them or what their personality is like from the site. It's just very sterile.
Yeah.
And I think if more therapists went with the route of having a site that really showed their personality and stuff, they'll have a lot, the business will do much better.
Yeah, it definitely will. I mean, that's what I hear of people that reach out to us in my private practice. It's because there's things about the practice that doesn't look like other practices. And that's what they're drawn to. That's what they're looking for. So I really encourage you guys out there, if you're a therapist and you're working on trying to build your brand, trying to build your therapy practice, really, really take advantage of these offers that Adrian is giving us, because these are going to be things that's going to help you to be profitable and successful in your therapy practice. So thanks again, Adrian. I definitely want to have you back. So we'll be talking. We'll definitely talk again and see how we can have you come back. Again, I didn't go through her whole bio, but she has a whole bio. Please take a look at the description as well. I'll put everything there. She's done a lot.
Go to my website too,
yes,
AMW.com. And also I have a YouTube channel with a lot of great
yes.
advice. You can search my name, Adrian M. White, on YouTube. And I'm Brand with AMW on Instagram as well.
Right. So if you're interested in staying connected to Adrian, I would definitely encourage you to do that. All of her socials, her website, everything is right there in the description box. So definitely take heed to that information. And again, she's a brand strategist, she's a web developer, and she's also a marketing coach. So guys, she's everything that we need to be successful in our practice. So take advantage of this. All right, so if there's not any more questions, I want to thank everybody for attending today. And as always, I want you to live and work authentically. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.